If the pandemic would have happened back in the early 2000s, where all we had were games that required human contact and limited access to internet connectivity, how would you have survived? The COVID-19 pandemic came as a shocker to everyone and put many lives on hold. Businesses, lifestyles, government implementation of projects, and many other things had to grind to a halt. The pandemic came to change the world as we know it and put a lot of already existing systems, hardware, and equipment to the test. It touched and affected every aspect of life. Things can never be as they were again. The pandemic brought about a technological change and changes in how we use the tech we have already. While some technological advancements had to be stopped because the future isn't what we envisioned it to be anymore, the rise of the pandemic has accelerated the development of other sectors of technology and even brought about new ones. Today, we would be looking at different techs that became hot stuff during the pandemic. You can as well click the subscribe button to stay tuned to awesome content from this channel. COVID-19 accelerated the development of some technologies and brought new trends into the sector. The development of technology like this has made society more resilient, even with the threat of the pandemic hanging over our heads. These new trending technologies have helped to make our stay in our homes functional and worthwhile. So let's take a look at these technologies and see what impact they have had and will have even beyond the pandemic. Virostatic shield, germ trap technology. The mortality rate of the COVID-19 virus was high in aged people and people with underlying health conditions, but for the young and healthy people, it was lenient. Some of them even found that they didn't even need to be hospitalized before they started getting better. Coronavirus was spread mainly by contact or by being in proximity with a carrier of the virus. People began to come up with various ways to keep the viral spread at a minimum, so the use of masks and hand sanitizers were employed. But as things got worse, a lockdown enforcing people to stay in their homes came into effect in various parts of the world. Germ trap technology is not something entirely new, as the virostatic shield has been in development for the past 10 years. It is a virus-killing snood, which means a fabric that is capable of 360 degrees and 96% protection against viral particles in the air. This fabric is designed to attract, then trap before killing viruses in the air, and the fabric can catch viruses in airborne droplets that are 15 times smaller than the average human hair. This germ trap technology would prove to be a more comfortable replacement to the more common medicated face mask. It is being produced due to a collaboration between a textile manufacturing company in the United Kingdom, Pencroft, and a biotech firm from the UK. No one knows how long before we don't have to worry about the COVID-19 virus anymore, but this virostatic shield is one of many upcoming technologies that can help to protect lives in the long run. 5G technology. Internet connectivity was important for keeping in touch with other people as physical contact became limited. 5G is the 5th generation communication technology for mobile broadband. It promises super fast browsing and downloading speeds even at low latency, unlike its predecessor, which is the 4G network. The development of the technology had been around for a while, but the GSM Association made use of the lockdown from the pandemic to put up more 5G antennas in various city hubs. The technology is still upcoming, but it is expected that by 2025, there would be 1.7 billion subscribers using the 5G network. The 5G is different from its predecessor because it broadcasts at a higher frequency that gives it a greater bandwidth. A higher bandwidth equals higher download speeds. A user on a 5G network should be able to reach speeds of 10 gigabytes per second. Now the tech is relatively new, so there are some drawbacks. Broadcasting at a higher frequency reduces the physical range of those radio waves. If you are in an enclosed space, let's say your home, the waves might be able to get through your walls easily. There are 3 frequency bands for the 5G network: low, medium, and high. These bandwidths would trade off speed for more distance or range in places where it is required. The pandemic showed how important faster internet connectivity is needed. Many people now have to work remotely instead of traveling long distances. Having a connection to the internet helped many people to cope during the lockdown. 5G can also facilitate the improvement of autonomous technology like drones and self-driving cars. Artificial intelligence is also not left out of the loop. Post-pandemic, it is envisioned that 5G would help people fit a hybrid lifestyle, which means keeping physical contact for work only when it is needed. Extended reality, XR. Everyone kept wondering what they would do when the lockdown became effective. Extended reality has been around us for a while now, but improvement and availability to the public came to change all of that. Extended reality is a term that covers virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. These are technologies that can enhance our senses and bring about a feeling of things that are not even there in the present. Virtual reality, VR. It is an experience that shuts out the physical world and immerses the user into a digital world. It was popular for video gaming, but the development was accelerated during the pandemic. Virtual reality lets the user's mind transport into an environment of the manufacturer's world. It is useful for immersive gaming and help people relieve boredom while they were locked in their homes. This technology has been more innovative and has gone past just gaming. Although it is upcoming and developing, it is now being introduced to other sectors like fitness as well. Augmented reality AR. Augmented reality is a little different from virtual reality. Instead of creating an entirely new environment, it adds digital elements to a live view. It does this by using a camera on a live phone. This technology is being implemented in education since kids can't go to school. In the design and manufacturing sector, it is used to help designers and engineers work on models together without having to meet physically. Post-pandemic, this technology can prove to be useful in the hybrid workspace and take away geographical limitations when it comes to design projects. Mixed reality, MR. Mixed reality combines both AR and VR, where real-world objects and digital objects can interact. Mixed reality is still upcoming. Microsoft's HoloLens is one of the mixed reality apparatuses that we have now. Garden, indoor gardening. It is possible you haven't heard of this one. The pandemic, with the need for everyone to stay inside and carry on with their businesses from their homes. Garden is a home gardening machine. It is designed to cultivate leafy greens with the help of artificial intelligence. The device pairs with a smart app on your mobile phone. The smart app uses artificial intelligence to monitor the health of your plant, manage the temperature, and mimic the properties of the sun. The device is just over 5 feet tall. You no longer need to wait on delivery from food vendors to get your salad anymore. If you live in an urban area and do not have space for an outdoor garden, Garden can do the trick. All you need to do is keep the device plugged in and refill the water jug once every 30 days. Wi-Fi 6E. With every member of your family being at home at the same time for long periods, many people had to deal with home network congestion. The answer to that is the new Wi-Fi 6E technology. The Netgear RAXE 500 looks like a miniature fighter jet and supports Wi-Fi 6E technology. It has wings with 12 antennas inside and is setting a new standard for every wireless gadget out there. Wi-Fi 6E has access to a wireless spectrum that conventional Wi-Fi does not have. It works on a higher band that is far less crowded and promises more reliability. The Wi-Fi 6E is solving the problem of having too many devices that need to be connected to the internet. Just like the 5G, you have to trade a physical range for that reliability, so if you live in a big house, you might want to get the Wi-Fi closer to your devices. This is one of the biggest changes to wireless connectivity after 5G.